It's your boy Bleeves.
This is not financial advice. My name is Bleeves. I'm always right.
Everybody listen up.
If you don't use NordVPN, you could get hacked, and that would suck.
Bada bing, ching, ching, big profit. Even when the market sideways.
Don't forget to sign up for MEXC. The link's in the description down below. That helps me out tremendously.
Bet this. It's not financial advice.
OKX is offering incentives for you to sign up. Make sure that you sign up today in the description down below.
I'm always right. I'm always right. I'm always right.
Go to atlashealthline.com for all of your Delta 8 gummy needs and for all your Delta 8 inhalation needs, I want to say. I don't know. Something like that. It's in the description below.
It's been a long day. I mean a long week. Maybe a long year. So let's get something clear. We're gonna stock up on some party favors.
Guys, if you're outside of America, or if you're lucky enough to be using NordVPN, you could be signed up to BitGet for all of your futures trading needs. The link is in the description down below. Hey guys, if you're trading in America, you can use up-down trading through crypto.com. It's in the description down below. Sign up today and start trading.
Corporate riders on some third eye shit. Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long way. So everybody gets sideways. Sing it. I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways. Pass the bottle back my way. Everybody's getting sideways.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great evening. My name is Bleeves, and guess what? America, you screwed everybody again. So, what did we get over the last, 8 hours? Over the last 8 hours, we got America just dumping the market because America do what America do at this point. Now, here's the good news. The good news is you still have Ben in your wallet. The good news is maybe, just maybe, you listened to me and you didn't fall for that bullshit that all these other guys were telling you when they were saying, bro, you got to get into RFD, man. And what's your father said? This is going to be the one that's going to take me to the next level, and I'm going to retire on this. Well, here you go today. So, yeah, apparently whoever that angel investor was decided he was done because it has now fallen to this, by the way, it can't be, it has to be at least a little bit ironic, right? Like we have to really be able to look at this and say, Jesus Christ, please, didn't you say like when this was happening back here over a week ago that it was probably coming back down to 25 cents? Yeah. As a matter of fact, I did. As a matter of fact, I did. Did you take your money out of Volt and buy it near $1 because you thought it's going to pump because somebody over there said it was going to pump, so it must be going to pump? Yeah, if you did that, what did we learn? Look, there's no easy answer in crypto, but there is a simple equation here. When everybody starts talking about it, it's over. The exception, maybe Pepe, maybe. Ben could still maybe run a little bit. There's an announcement, by the way, coming in 54 minutes right now from Ben Armstrong himself about what's going on with Ben. There's Loyal Token, Ben Token, and Loyal Token, Ben Token, and PSYOP Token. And last night we saw another token called Dave that appeared out of nowhere. Then we got another token called Finale that appeared out of nowhere while ETH Ben was asleep, by the way. While he was asleep, okay? And it turns out that he was one of the somebody on his team who has access to the PSYOP. One of the members on his team was trying to show another product using the PSYOP, and That obviously did not go well. So some new protocols are being put in place right now by Team Ben to make sure that that shit doesn't happen again. But I mean, that was a mistake. So you have to consider, or you have to ask yourself, like, was that a game ender for a mistake, or was that just like an oopsie daisy? Maybe it's okay, maybe you're okay with it, right? Maybe you're okay with it with the mistake. Now, what did the people who were launching RFD, who told you that RFD was going to $2, bro? You got to get in right now. It's only $1. What did those guys tell you? What did those guys tell you? They said, "Oh, I'm not sure I can trust Ben. I got to trust RFD here at $1." Yeah, about that. But maybe it's just me, right? Because what's the other one? Mong. Which one? Mong. Which one? Mong. Is Mong? And guys, please, if you have, if anybody here has like a dictionary of words, can you look up Mong and see if Mong means right back at the motherfucking beginning? Because look, you've got people out here that have been telling you for weeks now, you got to get into RFD because it's going to go super, super high. You got to get into Mong because it's going to go super, super high. The people telling you that are super, super fucking high. The price is not going super high. They're going super high. Okay? That's what's going on right there. This is absolutely bonkers. It is absolutely crazy. Now, it doesn't mean, by the way, that everything's not going to go up, not going to go down, not going to have corrective measures, not going to have corrective price action, right? But here's what you should know. When this shit right here happens, it's probably done. It's probably done. When you've got 6 million in market cap and you've got 30 million in total market, you could still kind of get a pump here and there. You can still get a little lively play out of it. I mean, now we have to consider what's the bottom again. I mean, like, we just keep making fucking blue lines down here. Like, okay, well, let's just try this one and we'll see if this one pumps. So if this one pumps at 4,200, then it could come up to this 6,000. It's tested it a couple of times, but here's the problem. Problem is it's already testing it. So most likely it's going to test this 4,650 because you can see right here, it's also developed a little bit of resistance at this point, right? So now the money has been taken out of it, and maybe at best you've got a 10% little squeeze area right in here, and you can't get in on that right now because you're halfway through that already, right? But that's about it. Now, guys, I got to be honest with you. A year ago, and I'm gonna point this out because I can't help myself because I'm so goddamn funny. A year ago, I told you guys that this project right here would never, ever hover above 1,500 again. And I did that right about here. And I did that right over here, right? So then it pumped over 1,500, and then they came out of the woodwork. And by the way, I'm a holder in Cult, so I can say this. It came out of the woodwork, right? And they were like, you don't know what you're talking about. Because this is going to go, we're going to go parabolic. This is going to go way up. You don't even understand it. You haven't read the manifesto. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, you better write your fucking journal here, partner, because you're now down 80%, right? And here's the best part, right? The old Believes got in the 3,000 level. So Believes is actually up. He doesn't give a fuck about yours. You see what I'm saying, right? You get it, right? Do we get this? Do we get it? You got to buy where the buy zone is. You can't buy near the top anymore. Like that's old hat. That's bullshit. We got to figure some shit out, of course, right? But that's what's happening around here in all these different places. Trail Boss in the house with a $10 bomb. Hey, Bleeves, how about a quick analysis on the Ron DeSantis token? All right, so first of all, it's a pump, it's a dump. I can tell you what that is already. Now, it doesn't mean that it's not going to have a good run, but let's go look at what the opportunity is here. Okay, well, Jesus Christ. All right, well, you can forget Ron, it's done. Okay, so if you are looking for any money out of Ron, go look what happened to everything else, right? Let's just take a comparison here. We got a nice little pump, then we got a move down, and fib retracement tells us that we got a standard 78.6 move, and then we pumped all the way back up to a new all-time high. So then we got to come over here. We got to look at that one more time and then see where did we correct on this? Back down to the 78.6 line. Now, if we're doing that 2 times, then what does that tell us? What's going to end up happening here? What's the final play on this? I can't see any reason for Ron DeSantis to keep pumping. Now, let's go look at the website. Ron DeSantis, God bless America. Someone created a Ron DeSantis themed token after the Twitter Space event with Elon Musk. Shot up 7,000%. Now, it did, by the way, shoot up 7,000%. So here's the thing. If you got in on that and you got in on the other side of this launch down here, yes. If you think this is going to continue, you're kidding yourself. Volume is already below 1 million and the market cap is only 2.3 million, right? This is done. Maybe, just maybe, you can get a little bit of a run off of it at some point. Maybe you get a listing somewhere or something like that and you can get a pop. But from this line right here, it's not going to retest the top. Look, I'm telling you right now. Here is these charts right here are a dime a dozen right now. Okay. I mean, here's Mong, right? Mong had primary pump, had secondary pump, barely came all the way back down, had another pump over here. Now let's compare this to Ron, because if there is a chance, this is the high and this is where you're going to go, right? So based on what we just saw, based on what we just learned right there, we have to look at the resistance point, and the resistance point is at 6,000 right here, which is right there. So if Ron pumps from where it is right now, the maximum that it's going to do based on what we've seen before is this right here, and then it's off to the bottom, and it's just going to go down after that. Now, the other thing is zero tax, so it doesn't do anything. And in fact, at some point, it's probably going to be a takedown notice on it. They're going to have to change this over to a caricature because I'm pretty sure Ron DeSantis and his party is probably not going to be super happy with him being on a shit coin somewhere. And somebody's going to put out a takedown notice because they're using his likeness to profit, not because it's not fun or whatever the case. But I mean, I just don't see, like, that's take your money. You've made your money. Bree Hawk in the house. What is going on, lady? Hope your bearded dragon is doing good. So this is this is about as high as I can see Ron DeSantis coming back again. And by the way, we can go to RFD and we can look at, damn it, look at that collapse. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I can't believe y'all fell for this shit. I cannot believe y'all fell for this shit. And they had everybody jaked in. It's going to go to $1 million, trillion, $100 billion, jillion dollars. They were going Tres Amigos. They had everything going on over here. And look at this shit right here, man. God damn it. If y'all got wrecked, I'm sorry. If you listened to me when we were over here and I told you get the fuck out, you are absolutely welcome. If you believed in this bullshit, I am so sorry. I hope that on the next one, you guys are going to make that up. And to be fair, like I still hope that, because by the way, you are seeing a little bit of a rebound off of this ridiculous line here where I said, if it comes down to this line, Jesus Christ, game over. But we're in game over mode right now. We still have $16 million in volume, right? You gotta respect the fact that there's still a massive amount of volume here. But these are the takers now. The makers, they're done. They're made. 100 million market cap. Look, you have to salute 100 million market cap and recognize it for what it is, and then recognize how hard it would be to get back up there again, especially after this collapse, right? Because what you just learned right now is what you thought wasn't shit. So this is very difficult to recover from. Doesn't mean that it's impossible. Doesn't mean that this angel investor with the 9 figures won't throw $10 million at it just to prove a point. And if you're out there and if you're listening to me right now, I don't think that you are, but if you are, I fucking dare you. I dare you to give everybody a profit off of this and let them get out. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. That's the best I can do in this situation. But if you got shit on and you got wrecked and you fell for this goddamn thing, that's on you. Now, on the other hand, if you listen to me when I was telling you, now that we're down here at the 46 level, go ahead and ride it back up, that we weren't going to hit $1, but you could probably make something off of it, and you made some money off of that too. Good for you. You're playing the game and you're playing it right. So that's a good thing for you. But I mean, otherwise, Jesus fucking Christ, like I can't believe people fell for this. Jesus Christ, like that is so ridiculous. Like, how do you know what? You can fall for anything, right? We can all fall for anything. But here it is right here. I mean, guys, it's not that difficult, right? It's not that difficult at all. So let's move on. Let's get into some news because that just, Jesus, that is ridiculous. Top 3 Chinese coins to buy as China leads the bull run. Does anybody? Okay, before I do this article, I want you guys to put in, what do you think? One of 3. You got one of 3. There are 3 Chinese tokens. Post in chat the one that you think that I'm about to tell you. God damn it, I can't believe that we didn't get into this one sooner. You got 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Jesus Christ. You know what? You are all going to fail this test. You are all going to fail this test. You are all going to fail this. 3, 2, 1. God damn it. It's Conflux, guys. It's Conflux. Oh, shit. He came up with Neo. You went over and checked the article. Ain't this a bitch? But yes, actually, Neo is one of the 3. Neo, Conflux. I've been talking about Conflux for months now. It's up 1,000%. Conflux is one of the top Chinese coins for investors to keep an eye on during the time. Conflux is a blockchain company based in China, and its native token CFX has seen much success this year. The drawdown in the price for the coin for the last month has not deterred investors, and as the Chinese narrative gains ground, the token has grown as well. This is what the metaverse is going to be built on, is Conflux, guys. This is why I'm telling you right now, this Conflux trading, by the way, if you go look here for year to date at Conflux, up 1,300% on the year, trading at 31 cents right now. Now, let's go look at a real chart over here. And oh, Jesus Christ, let's turn off Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are tight on everything today, by the way. Holy shit, are they tight right now? But when you come over and look at Conflux, which I keep way up here, check this out. So we had this nice little run up to about 50 cents not that long ago, right? Now it's kind of trending in this 31, 32 level, waiting for that breakout. Now, before it can break out, I feel like it's going to have to come back down, and it's going to have to at least test down here. I don't know that it comes back down to around 13 cents, but there is a little level right in here at about 17, 18 cents that it could come down to and test. And that's going to be like the area to get in. But let's just consider that if we're wanting to make a play right here, that you can see this line right here represents a lot of fighting along the way. And as I zoom in on this, oh my God, I hit the wrong button. As I zoom in on this, you can actually kind of see here that this was where you bounced. This was where you settled. This is where you used support. This is where you used resistance. So this level right here, when you just hold on, have a little patience on it. Don't go into Conflux right now. But here's what I would do. If I were making this play, then I would go to MEXC and I would set myself a buy order. I probably wouldn't use leverage, to be fair. But throw a couple $100 into Conflux. Maybe use 3x leverage maximum. Just because I don't know if, I mean, this could really break down at any point, right? But if it comes back down here to 23 cents. Let's call it 23 cents. If it comes down to 23 cents, snap this thing up and then let it ride up. And as soon as you get your money out of it, because look, if it goes down here to 23 cents, it is going to make an all-time high. And it's probably going to make an all-time high pretty soon, right? It might already be too late, by the way. So if you got in already, then good for you. But take this, set yourself at profit, hit a take profit, and sell like half of your bag at 46 cents. Get your original investment back out, and then just ride that sumbitch and just leave it for a year and let this thing and let it just play completely out. Because I think this is going to go up to a couple of bucks. And that we're going to be talking about this one for a long time to come. You're looking at a market cap of under 1 billion. The Chinese blockchain, where most of this metaverse is going to grow from. And it's ERC-20 compliant, by the way. So when it comes down to it, this is going to be one of those massive things in China. So this is going to be a $10 billion blockchain pretty soon. And we're not even, it's just going to go, it's already up 1,000x, 1,300x. It's going to be up 13,000x pretty soon. This thing is going to 10x from where it is right now. It's just poised and ready to go. Then you have VeChain, which I was told to get into VeChain about 7 cents, by the way. So at about 7 cents 2 years ago, I was told to get into VeChain. Well, Justin Bennett, kiss my ass, because it's at 2 cents right now. So if I would have listened to Justin Bennett, the brilliant investor who said getting into VeChain at 7 cents in 2021, by the way, getting into VeChain at 7 cents right now is the deal of a lifetime. Justin, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Because I would actually be down 66%, almost 70% on my investment if I had listened to this guy, right? Now, maybe one day, 10 years down the road, he might be right. Maybe we get into a bull run or something like that. Maybe, just maybe we can look at him and be like, you know what? You were actually right about this one. But look, it went from 7 cents down to 2 cents. When you're trying to talk to somebody about investing and you don't have the wherewithal to say, listen, I think this price is going to drop down like we just did. And, there's a buy zone right there and it's a local buy zone. And then like take your money out as quickly as you possibly can. If you're not telling people that, what are you doing? Right? Like if you're not educating people and teaching them this, and by the way, let's go back to this thing all time. This was in 2021. So we're going to do all time over here. So in 2021, it's trading over here right around. This is where it came because it was June. All right. So here in June, there we go. Yeah. Right in June, this guy tells me, he said, well, 7 cents is going to be the deal of a lifetime. Okay. Well, no point did he mention, oh, and by the way, you might want to take your profits around 15 cents because it's never going to touch that shit again. And you're just going to end up all the way down here. Like, to be fair, if you ignored him and then just bought it at a penny right over here, you'd still be up 2x off of where he told you to invest. So I think we really need to see some wisdom out of people who are telling people when and what to buy or how long to hold on to stuff. And that includes me, by the way. I don't keep myself out of that, by the way, because sometimes we're pressed. Like you're asking me, what do you think of Conflux? And I got to tell you, what's a price action, what's a price point. So I mean, I get it in some context, but this is not what he said. What he said was deal of a lifetime. Fuck you, Conflux, deal of a lifetime. So Bitcoin headed for 34,000. Large buyers purchase may signal yes. Selmo, you might want to hold your ears for this one because it's going to get sticky icky. As of this writing, Bitcoin's trading at 27,900 with a 2.5% profit in the last 24 hours. Over the last week, the profits have been up 4.4%. It was actually a pretty good run. Now, I do think that we need to come down and get liquidity. But look, the market may have decided differently. There is green in the market right now. It's starting to move back up to the positive. We're seeing we're seeing inflows. If you just watch the MACD over here, we're watching inflows that we haven't seen in a while. This has been a kind of a dead market. You can see here that money's just been coming out of the market here since April. This is the first time we've actually had kind of an inflow of money. And the thing is, we don't need the money to stay in the market at this point. We just need enough to get us up to the next level. And if that next level is 34 instead of 37, I'm not going to be mad. I won't be mad at that. I'm going to be disappointed that the parabolic curve cycle is broken. But, you know, maybe this parabolic curve cycle is just not going to work out for us all the way up there anymore. Maybe, you know, we need to take a breather, a breath, you know, relax and, you know, figure shit out, I guess. So it looks like we're at least on track for something. But here is the big one. This is what matters the most, guys. There's one thing that you can say when we're in a bull run, when we're in a bull cycle, then monthly candles are in the green. And look at what is happening right here, right now. Okay, we're about to close a candle. We're about to close the May candle in 2 days, and it looks like we're about to move into a green, and that's going to be a run. Look, just a little bit of a run over here, just a little bit this month right here, right? As we moved into this little area, this goes from 3,400 all the way up to 13,000, from 3,400 all the way up to 13,000. This little area right here. That's what that represented right there. So, you know, this is what's getting ready to happen. Now, when it flipped over here, starting right here and running up here, let's go see what that went to. Shall we? That goes from 8,900. No. That goes from 8,900 up to 60,000. So, you tell me what's about to happen to Bitcoin, despite all of the stuff that you've been getting from people, despite all of the blah, 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 blah. Well, we could see this, well, we could see that, well, we could blah, 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 blah. What does it look like to you? You tell me, right? Am I making this shit up? Every single time you get into the green on the monthly, what happens? Bitcoin goes out of its goddamn mind. So what is about to happen over here? Now, here's the good part. The signal line is still trending down here, and the RSI, you can see it right here, is about to cross over. This is the biggest signal that you've seen in a very long time. Guys, this bull run is right here, right now. So we'll see how it plays out, but I'm calling it right now. We're going to be seeing a $37,000 Bitcoin before you know it and beyond. And I don't know how far beyond. I really can't say, but it's gonna be big. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. It's gonna be big. We're gonna have a massive run. Now, I would like to see, for me, I would like to see this 25.2 get tested one more time to pull in some liquidity, preferably all the way down to about 21,543. Because, and just so you guys understand, and I hope that everybody takes it on spec here, that when I'm talking about this, that you understand what I'm saying when I'm saying that we need to pull in that liquidity, right? So what's happening is when we're looking at our little charts over here with our liquidity map, I'm going to give that a second to load over here. But what we need to see in the market is money sitting idle, trying to profit, right? Well, as we look right here on the day chart, there's a bunch of money that's just sitting down in this little area down here that's waiting for buys, right? All of this money right here, all of these people are waiting to buy Bitcoin. This is just Bitcoin, by the way. They're all just sitting here waiting to buy Bitcoin in order to hopefully hold it and profit. So all of this, and these are 3, 5, and 10 longs, right? So if we could get some of this money, then those people would be holders. They would be long-term holders, thinking that they're making the deal of a lifetime. If we get down into this area right here where the 14s and the 15s are, It'll be the deal of a lifetime. All of this liquidity right here. This is a bunch of money sitting on the sidelines. A bunch of just all of this money is sitting right there waiting for somebody to come claim it. And we haven't claimed it. What we've done is we've swept this entire area almost bare. So we don't have a lot of liquidity sitting out there other than what just gets pumped in as capital into the market. Now, in order for us to make a big move, we're going to need to get to at least 29.1. The first time that we see a really nice candle, and it's not even a big one, is 29.6. So we have to get to 29,600 before we start liquidating some of these 10x shorts. But here's where all of them are, right? We have to get into this level because here's the thing. This is a bunch of liquidity here too. There's a bunch of liquidity here. There's a bunch over here. We just got to get into some of it. And the best thing to do would be to be able to sweep this market down here, get all of this, which now makes the Bitcoin price stronger. And as it comes up, it sweeps into here. And we've got the power of all of this over here helping us on our way to a much bigger prize. And I hope that makes sense. I hope I made sense to you guys on how this all works. Like that's exactly what we need to see. If we could get that, then it would be awesome. Cubs, I want to say, North side represent, I guess. But I don't really give a shit. I mean, if the White Sox win, I'm not going to feel bad. You know what I mean? Because I'm not from here. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky originally, so I won't really care. But if I have to root between the two, I'm going to root for the Cubs. So, so anyway, so that's where it's sitting. Luna Classic here. Luna Classic burns are going crazy. This right here is bullshit to me. 596 million in 24 hours from the burn tax alone. Let's keep this going. Do you know how many days it's going to take to burn 6.8 trillion tokens? To get it down to a reasonable supply at 526 million in 24 hours. It would take 10 days to get to 5 billion, 100 days to get to 50 billion. And that is tiny percent. It's this kind of shit like this. This is why you're having a problem with Luna Classic right now. And this is why you're not seeing a pump in the price, is because of shit like this, because people keep telling you, oh yeah, we're going to have this and fucking this and this and this. And then it burn, baby, burn. There is no burn until there's a repeg. There is no burn until a repeg. Let me say it one more time. There is no burn until a repeg. And I look, guys, if you started watching me because of Luna Classic, because I was covering Luna Classic over here, and look, if I don't really talk much about it right now because there's nothing to talk about until they actually produce. Matter of fact, on the 31st, I think we're going to see some parity. We're going to see the parity will happen. That'll be cool. But that's just the start, right? That just means that people will be able to build dApps over here on Luna Classic that are currently building on Luna. Well, Luna ain't doing shit either. So if you take two projects that aren't doing shit and merge them together, they're still not doing shit. They're just not doing shit together. So I don't think that this parity thing that everybody keeps telling you, oh, they're desperate for you to buy. Okay. This, I told you before, is a long-term hold. We're just going to hold on to this for a long ass time and see what happens. Because right now, without burns, nobody gives a shit. There's nothing going on. This is just hold on to it. Use it, by the way, if you want to. You can use it for trading. I mean, if you look at, there's some big candles here. So there's big trading opportunity. You can go here from, what is this, 82 up to about 91. I mean, that's about a 10% swing per day. So there are some big swings that are happening. But if you really want to know what it honestly looks like, then it looks like we've got this coming down here. We've got this coming down here. And we've got this coming up from here. And you know what that means? That means you got a reverse pennant, which means that you are about to go down further, that we're about to test some new lows. That's exactly what this pattern means. And you know what? If you don't believe me, then here it was before. Here it was before. And as we go up, you can find it over and over again. We are down. Now, it could be, by the way, that this right here is representative of the floor. Now, this could be that we're swinging back in the upward direction because you can't go any lower. I mean, the market cap is, I mean, what's the market cap on it now? You know, it can't be that great. So, yeah, the market cap, no, volume is 400,000. Jesus Christ. This ain't doing shit. Yeah, this is just a long-term hold. When they get parity and they get this thing started, then that's going to be the opportunity for people to build. And then the next thing is getting USTC and Luna Classic merged back together and get them working together. Otherwise, there ain't shit to do over here other than make a little bit of profit by swing trading it, maybe making a few bucks off of it. But that's it. That's all that's going on right now. And a little bit of money looks like it's coming into the market as we speak. So let's keep moving on here. So 35,000 coming soon. Crypto exchange, this is a big one. BKEX suspends withdrawals amid money laundering incident. Okay, guys, you all heard what I just said, right? You heard what I just said, right? What I just said was they suspended all withdrawals, all of them, amid money laundering incident. How the fuck do they not know which accounts it actually came from? Like, what is actually happening right here? This should be something that alarms you if you're using BKEX. What this says is BKEX, a crypto exchange based in the Virgin Islands, has suspended withdrawals due to an allegation that a user's funds were involved in money laundering. What? So you're suspending everybody's withdrawals because of this one guy. According to archive data from CoinMarketCap, BKEX has had a global trading volume of 447 million. So you're pausing 447 million because some dude might be laundering some money. That's bullshit. And when this opens up, take your money off BKEX. This is bullshit. Not your keys, not your crypto, right? But let's keep moving. Ben.eth. Someone might have hacked and released this coin that I had nothing to do with, but I do like the narrative a lot. And this was Finale, right? So they made a telegram for Finale. They posted this shit. Ben.eth is not, he's not hating. He's not that kind of guy. He's just smiling and, you know, do your thing. But it is not part of PSYOP. It's not part of Ben. It's not part of Loyal. So just remember that this was somebody who was using, they weren't using Ben.eth, by the way. They were using PSYOP ETH over here. They were using the PSYOP account to shill a different project. And you know, that's some weak shit, and fuck that guy. Also, Quantum, it says in our I'm just going to give you an update here because a couple of people have reached out to me wanting to know what's going on with Terrarium. In our continuance of keeping the project's events transparent, the development team did not remove any liquidity from the pool. If so, it would have been widely visible on Etherscan. The liquidity data of Terra 2 shows that nearly 97% have liquidated the liquidity of Terra 2 out of their positions to the move to the meme world. As we try to come up with plans to move certain parts of the project moving forward, we kindly request your patience as we come up with a plan, making a lot of sacrifices, including family time, along the way, as we did since launch 2 of 22. So as you can see right here, Quantum is, they're going through this conversion over, and they are transferring, you know, whatever it is, so that they can move on and continue getting away from Terrarium and getting away from all of that. By the way, if you haven't already and you like Grumpy Cat, Maya is set for a 9 p.m. Grumpy Cat Army meme coin IP law with a couple different people over here. So set yourself a reminder to go listen and to go talk over there. Might be a buy the rumor, sell the news. I don't know what kind of event it is. Grumpy Cat is trading at 16.25. Looks like somebody is dumping on the chart. That is correct. Somebody is dumping on the chart, but somebody bought it back up already. What the hell? All right. So let's see what we had over here. So we had a price level of around 2,000, and then we had somebody who constantly, and I don't know, by the way, I don't know the conspiracies involved here, but we had somebody who dumped 4 ETH, which is no big deal, right? Then we had somebody who dumped 10 ETH, which is a little bit more of a deal, but not really that much. And then the same person dumped 8 ETH on their way out. So this is somebody now. a couple days ago, I heard that this person was just trying to wreck the chart over and over and over again. I don't know if that's the case or not. It could be that they're just an investor. I mean, they're entitled to take their money, right? They don't have to be there. And they have completely exited their position on Grumpy Cat. And to be fair, for a nice, tidy profit, I would say. Because if you go back up here to the Grumpy Cat chart, I mean, don't be mad. You know, I don't know where they got in, but they cashed out around this 2,000 level. That's got to be at least profitable for them. So, but then you have a whole bunch of people, it looks like, stepping in and starting to buy it up. So, yeah, it looks like most of his position got bought back up. You have a few people that exited because, of course, you get nervous when that happens. So now you've got some. I mean, go listen to Maya's chat. By the way, there's hundreds of people that come into that chat. So if you want to be part of a big community that's very, very active on Twitter, that's definitely Grumpy Cat. I don't always go into them, but when I do, they're always inviting and a nice group of people to be around. And then I think we covered that already. So let's go down the list here. Lillian continuing to soar, pumping up to 70.99. Now remember, when I zoom out, it looks a lot worse than this. So let's be happy that there's a little bit of a pump going on right now. They're going to need to drop a 0 and then add like a 3 to the beginning of that number before I can say, hey, you know what? This actually isn't so bad. So, you know, right now it's got a nice little curve upward. Hopefully it can continue. ESCO pumping to 1296, but ESCO is basically, look, ESCO's dead. I mean, I guess we should probably just look at that and be like, it's fucking dead. BRL is at 37.87. We saw our man, one of our Australian buddies exited his entire position for a long time, like a little bit at a time. I don't even know why would somebody do like that's just crazy to me. Like you're spending a lot of ETH, you know what I mean? Like you're spending a lot of ETH to do this, like 0.8 at a time. Like I don't know, that just doesn't make much sense to me, but that's what he did. Volt 59.54. We heard a little while ago that KuCoin is now one of the big holders over here. Pumped the price up to 60.59. Immediately started getting rejected, and people started to sell. And that's what you're gonna have to deal with Volt for a little while. Is now that there's no tax, people are just gonna disappear. They're just gonna get out. Now, this is page 1. As we scroll down to page 1, you can see here KuCoin 9 now has 166 billion tokens. So that would tell me that KuCoin is about to make a listing. So now KuCoin is about to list Volt. We've been waiting months and months and months for this to happen, and there's absolutely no pump happening right now. So I want you to think about this. There's absolutely no pump happening right now. There's 1.87 million in trading volume, but that was just Jared from Subway a day ago using a sandwich bot with 350 Ethereum. So, you know, I wish I could say that there was some kind of gigantic something or other going on, but at this point, there's nothing really making the pump happen. And here's the other part. Here's the other part, and this is the part that really I think matters the most. All of the people who were in, all of the people that were in Volt that decided when there were 0 tax, I'm going over to RFD, man. I'm getting fucking rich, yeah, baby, and I'm bringing it all back to Volt. Wink, 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 wink. Guess what? All of them got wrecked and lost all their money. So they're not coming back to Volt with any money now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you guys see that, right? The people that the people that were supposed to be coming back with the money, they ain't coming back now because they just lost their shit because they thought, oh, this is gonna happen, baby. Woo! This is gonna happen. And it did not, and it most certainly did not happen. So hopefully there will be something that pumps. I would certainly like to see it, man. I really want to see Volt do well. But I mean, it's got a long way to go. This is going to be a struggle all the way back up unless something really, really big happens. Like if you can string together just some good news after good news after good news to get a build up, and then you can get some attention. It's going to be hard to get. It's going to be hard to get a huge amount of attention because there's nobody. There's nobody major who's talking about Volt anymore because that's the path that you went on, which is cool. So you just gotta kind of get some listings, get some exchanges, get some good things happening, and then boom, it'll start flowing, and you'll start to see a build up there. And then people like me, like I made a video for Volt this morning, right? I wasn't paid for it. It's not a paid promotion or anything like that. It's because I like the people that are invested in it, right? So you're gonna get people like me who are gonna make a video every once in a while, just to make sure that you know what's going on, because I was your news guy. So like, I feel bad if I don't kind of give you news. I'm not gonna do it every day, but every once in a while I'll throw something out. So so there is something going on there. And hopefully it's going to convert, hopefully we'll get a KuCoin, and then boom, we're going to be listed in 3 or 4 days. And then boom, you start to see a little FOMO build up, start to see a little move build up. And then, it starts to take off and get that zero back. You know what I mean? Like, get that zero back, get it back down to 5 zeros. And then, maybe another exchange right after that, just start making shit happen. MMAI at 3170, Saitama 9294. Now remember, by the way, in the meme coin market right now, not a lot that's going to pump. SHIB 8697, Cult 3284, Optimus 1650, WAGMI's at 3380. WAGMI actually is it's down, but it was up a few hours ago, having a nice little kind of recovery, not a huge amount, but a little bit going in the positive. And of course, as soon as that happened, I don't even understand. You know what? You invest how you want. 1435 on Pepe, Bone 8646, Bob 3108. Bob's dead, by the way. Guys, I mean, maybe you'll get another pump out of it. I hope that you made your money. Deconnect 5495. Deconnect falling down a little bit more. Deconnect now has DecaScan though. So if you hold enough, it's free right now, but if you hold enough Deconnect pretty soon, then you'll be able to use DecaScan, and it's kick-ass. It's so kick-ass. Ben's down about 8%. Now there's an announcement coming in 11 minutes, and you just see a reversal that just popped over here. This is, by the way, just so you guys can see it here, I kind of feel like this level is more likely probably down here right now. But as you can see, this is kind of an ascending wedge forming again on Ben. And if that's true, and if that is playing out appropriately, then we're about to see a breakout on Ben. I mean, it's probably dependent on the announcement that we get today. I don't know what that announcement's going to be. So maybe it's going to be something good. I would like to think that it was. I mean, I can tell you that Saturday morning, BitBoy reached out to me at I swear to God, it was 5 a.m. because he was working so hard and so manic on everything. Not giving me inside details because we're not friends like that, but just kind of saying, hey man, loyal token's coming. And the night before I had said, how about Ben swap? And he was like, 10 minutes after I said Ben swap, he's on Twitter asking people what it would take in order to run a swap. So we might be hearing about a swap pretty soon to compete with Uniswap. I don't know for sure, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I appreciate the fact that he even reached out to me at any point, and I'll be on a show June 16th. So PSYOP 1902, Mong, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Grumpy Cat. Now, I don't know if Grumpy Cat is in a fight or just a bunch of people kind of selling out. I mean, to go forward, you got to kind of, you know what I mean? You got to kind of clear out the way, so to speak. So, this might be just exactly the thing that Grumpy Cat needs. Remember, I got in way over here, way down at the bottom. So I'm feeling pretty good about the position. So I'm not really worried. I think that Grumpy Cat is probably going to trend to an all-time high. Now, I don't think that it's going to be that wicking up here. I think when I think all-time high at 3702 around here, I don't think it's going to be this gigantic thing up here. But you can see right here, it just a little while ago, it was flirting with 3,000. I think that Grumpy Cat is about to have a nice little breakout. There are some things working. They're pretty excited about what's going on right now. And I think that this is probably just clearing out the Chad who's been trying to shit on him for the entire time, because there's been this dude that every time they get a pump, he sells, and every time they get a pump, he sells. I mean, it's smart, right? Take your profit and don't wreck the chart, like but he's been trying. They've been trying to pump for a long time, and every time they get a little headway, this guy keeps selling out, and he's just selling his position. So maybe it's fine. RFD, god damn it, oh fuck my life, god damn it, you guys. Look, all I want is for you guys to. I want anybody who's lost their ass here to make some money. Anybody who did not make it, like, I hope that this thing turns around for you. I hope you didn't listen to these fucking people out here telling you, hey, you got to get into Hmong. It's the most based community ever. and making like, come on, guys. Motherfucker. And then RFD. I mean, guys, who made all the money here? Just think about it. I just want you guys to think about this. Who made all the money here? And hopefully it's not the people who are telling you, man, you got to be in this fucking project. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's not like that. You know what I mean? So, whew. God damn it, man. You guys. Fucking RFD. Jesus Christ. Wasn't it your dad who said, oh, I'm going to retire on this one? Well, no shit. You just rugged everybody, right? That's your people, right? Daddy something. I can't call him. Matter of fact, by the way, guys, I can't call him your pop because the dude goes on Rodney's show. What was it a couple months ago? And he's like, oh, I don't know, believes. Ooh, motherfucker. Really, I didn't care. You know what I mean? But now because Rodney thinks it's fucking hilarious. Because Rodney thought it was fucking hilarious that I can't let it go now. So I'm like, ew, you know what? So I don't know about that. I don't have any reason. I don't have any reason to actually dislike him. Or Rodney or Jake. I mean, they're all shilling this piece of shit. So I don't have any reason to dislike any of them. I don't dislike any of them. I love all of them. But I can't believe he didn't know me. That motherfucker. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is dead. This is fucking dead. This is fucking dead. You know what I mean? But you know what? Sometimes you get into a situation and it just doesn't, you don't get everything that you expect, right? Look, I thought I was going to be with Volt for the rest of my life. Like I was going to fucking retire shilling Volt. You know what I mean? So things change over time. And look, here's the thing. At the end of this, if your pop got in way down here, right? That's it. I know his fucking name. But if your pop got in down here and then just rode this sumbitch up here 100x, maybe, just maybe, he made it. You know what I mean? Maybe he's the reason there's a big red candle right there and he got his. You know what I mean? Like maybe the people behind this project decided, hey, you know what? We're going to hook this guy up and we're going to, this is going to be his retirement. Because I think he was talking about it that way. Like, this is my retirement here. So, maybe it was. And then he got Rodney in, and then he got Jake in, or he got Jake in, then he got Rodney in, whatever. I don't know the method by which. And maybe they all got in, and maybe they all made out like really good, right? Now, I'd be mad if I'm an investor, if the influencers are the ones that are making out. Like, I guess I understand why people would be shitty about that. If they're shilling something to you so that they can make a bunch of money in order to cheat it out, then yeah, I probably have a problem with that. But we're all in the same game, and sometimes you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes people tell me. One time, somebody told me, "Hey, man, get into Phantom. So I put $30,000 into Phantom. I don't have shit to show for that. You know what I mean? So, and one day I hope maybe I will, but right now I'm out $30,000. So, like I get it. You know what I mean? Like I sometimes you just, and none of these guys are the developers. They have no idea. You know what I mean? Just somebody approaches them and says, look, I got this idea. It's going to be awesome. And you're along for the ride. You know what I mean? The matter of fact, here, let me tell you something before I close this out. Let me tell you about Volt, and I'll tell you the part that sucks to me, right? When Volt went to the all-time high, I felt like I couldn't sell because I felt like I couldn't sell because I was representative of the team, and I wanted to be somebody that helped and supported and held the floor. So my bag, when we pumped up to an all-time high, was somewhere in the neighborhood of 40,000, right? And I didn't sell. And I didn't sell because I didn't want to be known as somebody who did that, right? So I ended up holding. Then we went back down. And again, it didn't matter to me because I'm still doing business with them. So, I'm still doing stuff for the team. I'm still, getting paid. So, I was good with that. But then we got to right now. And like if somebody would have told me up here at 1124, if somebody would have told me at 1124, hey, by the way, we're not going to renew with you, then maybe I would have sold at 1124 and I would have taken, that would have been like 10 grand and I wouldn't have felt so bad. Right. But I got told down here at 5,000, oh, by the way, we're going to put a pause on everything. So like, that's pretty annoying, to be fair. Like, and I think that they probably knew, you know what I mean? Like I would think that everybody kind of knew that they weren't going to do this back when they were doing this launch and stuff like that. And to have told me in advance would have certainly helped. It doesn't mean I would have held on. Like, for example, I don't know what I would have done, but I would have appreciated that they had told me. I'd probably still be sitting here right now with the bag down here, but at least knowing that I had a reasonable option up here to say, you know what, let's liquidate this and let's see what happens with the chart. And then I'll get back in. Because I could have doubled my position down here because I'm still bullish on Volt. And I still think Volt is going to keep going and going and going. Like, I don't think that there's something negative that's going to happen there. You know what I mean? So I would have appreciated the ability to take this, 10,000 and turn it into 20 billion tokens down here, as opposed to sitting on the 9 billion tokens that I have now. So there is something, there is that is one thing that annoyed me about the partnership with Hulk. You know what I mean? So yeah. And you know what? Yeah. And you never know. Like, this is a tough market. People come to me and they come to me with these presentations and these ideas and stuff like that. And every once in a while, I'm going to make an ad for you. I'm a marketer, right? So I'm going to market stuff to you. And sometimes that stuff is going to be shit. Look, public disclosure. The reason that I took down NGN, I've not spoken with the NGN developers since I took this down, since I left their chat, since I moved on several days ago. I have not spoken with them, although I did reach out to them. They've not spoken back to me. I don't know if they're even in their chat anymore. And I don't know because I left it and I exited. And I exited because they still owe me for April. So if you're part of NGN right now, if you're in NGN right now, then I'm letting you know that the reason that I left was because they didn't pay me for April. And they asked me to continue doing stuff. They would catch me up at the beginning of May. It's now May 29th, and I'm not caught up. And they also haven't paid me for May. So I stopped producing content about a week ago, and I left their chat. And the reason that if you're a member of my channel, then you know that I let you guys know. If you're a member of my Telegram channel, then you know, because I told you there too what was going on with it, because they've not made any efforts to reach out to me. And look, and you know, if you don't have the money, it's okay. But don't mislead me. Don't deceive me. Don't lie to me. Don't, you know, drag me on. You know, I had one guy tell me, oh, you got paid because here's the money. It came out of the wallet over here. And then they showed me the wallet. I'm like, yeah, that's not my address. And they're, oh, let me check that out. And then somebody reached out to me and say, oh yeah, sorry. I'll get this. I'll get this fixed for you immediately. And you won't have to worry about it ever again. I'll make sure I take care of it. And then I haven't nothing. Right. So, and by the way, somebody did, in closing, somebody did say yesterday, like, hey man, I don't like your content because you're shilling all this shit. Well, look, here's what I need. This is, and I'm going to show right now. I don't have any partners. I have MEXC up here. So if you do futures trading over here, then you got futures trading, and that's how I can make some. I've got NordVPN. I had like 10 people the other day tell me, oh, I'm signing up on NordVPN. When I had 5 signups, and I thought, okay, finally, I got at least 10 signups. Only one person of you who told me they were signing up actually signed up. So now I have 6 signups over here on NordVPN. So like, there's no, I don't have anything going on over here. So when I come out here and say what helps me the most is you become a member of the channel. What helps me the most is sending super chats my way. Like if you're vaulted, send me a vaulted super chat. You know what I mean? Like if you want that kind of content to be covered over here, it's not on Voltoshi anymore. Now it's on the community. You know what I'm saying? So if they want it covered or you want it covered, then, in order for me to keep doing what I do, it has to have an income. And I assure you, ad revenue from YouTube does not cut it. You know what I mean? Ad revenue from YouTube is ridiculously low. So, but anyway, yeah, NordVPN is great. I appreciate them so much because they do it. But like I'm supposed to have 10 of these by the end of the month. And again, like I said, I got 5 guys, and then I swear to God, 10 people came into the were in the chat, and they were like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they were doing all this kind of stuff, right? And the next thing I know, I'm like, hey man, how many signups do I have? And they were like, 6. And I'm like, God damn it. So it's a tough market too, by the way. When we get into the bull run, all bets are off. It's all going to be crazy. But in the meantime, I got to do what I got to do to get kind of a bill paid. You know what I mean? So if you hear me shilling and you don't like it, I'm sorry. You can unsubscribe. I'm not gonna be mad at you. But if you want to support me, the way that you support me is become a member to the channel. When somebody like Richie comes in, or when somebody like CEO comes in and they give out these memberships and stuff, renew that membership, help me out, because that, those kind of things help me out. To be fair, if I had 1,000 members on the channel, then problem solved. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go, time to go walk this goddamn dog. She's already been out here like twice, and she went to the bathroom. She's been to the bathroom. So anyway, so be very careful in your trading. That announcement should be on, by the way, right now. When you get done here, go over to BitBoy Crypto's channel. You should be seeing an announcement. And Maya is running a Grumpy Cat right now. So if you want to check out Grumpy Cat, go check that shit out as well. And maybe we'll see some kind of KuCoin listing in the next little while. Until then, it's not financial advice. No one believes I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll talk to you again very soon. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Hope you had a good time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Remember to sign up for MEXC, BitGet, and NordVPN down in the links below.
I'm checking my